Well, hey dudes, welcome back to another one of my videos. Well, this is a wood base, and I wanted to make kind of a butcher shop with it. And use this shipping crate. So this is a 3D printed shipping crate, and it was a reasonable size for it, so put it there. And I also got some like wood, like balsa wood and basswood. And there's a little overhang thing that I kind of glued together with it. And I was going to stain it with some watered down brown glue. And I also added some stuff on top of the roof, kind of make it look like it was scrapped together out of scrap pieces of metal. I used some EVA foam and some like corrugated paper stuff, and so I used this piece of plastic and stamped out little circles of plastic using a 1mm hole puncher to be used for rivets. So what I do is I dip the tip of the knife in a little bit of liquidy super glue, then touch that to one of the rivets, and then dip it in super glue, and then hold it in where I want it, and try to get it to stick. And here's some plastic mesh, and I used some plastic mesh for the cage. And I had painted the top kind of a base coat of black, and then I used some red and some blue, and may have let some of the black show through as well. So I 3D printed some little pipes, and I was going to use it in this diorama, and I wanted to make a little water tank for them. But I glued together the pipes to make it like attach to the water tank. And there's the water tank. It was essentially just a few bits glued to a weird like cylindrical kinda sorta blue piece and some EVA foam. And then I painted some of these little parts like a garbage can and a little well pump for his water tank. And then I added some little rust streaks to the water tank. And then there's this little gas pump. A lot of this stuff I 3D printed. And then I gave that shipping crate a base coat of black. And then I kind of dry brushed it with a blue. And here's a bird thing that I printed out. I was painting some of the feathers. And I wanted to add some rust, so I used a sponge and kind of dabbed on some brown. And I also glued down those grates to the side of the cage after adding some little bits of rust to it. And I wanted to make a garbage bag, so I got some paper towel and a little sheet of plastic, wrapped the sheet of plastic around the paper towel, stuffed it into a little tiny garbage can, and then painted it black. And so this was some like plastic wood from, I think it's supposed to be like a sidewalk or something previously, I don't know. And I wrote meat on it. And trying to make it look kind of crappy, like it ran down and stuff. So I added some tape to the sides of this crappy base, though the sides were reasonably nice. And I added some of this like sandy grout mix stuff. I think it was like plaster and paint and probably some glue. Maybe some sand. And so I put down some of that stuff. And then I painted it with kind of a thickish wash of brown. And then I also dry brushed it with a lighter kind of tan color. And I also glued down that overhang. And then also the meat sign. And some fake little tufts of grass. And I think that would be a build completed.